Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Well, been an interesting week over here. I think I'm about ready to go back to a somewhat normal schedule. Maybe we'll take it another week. No. Internet just decided to bottom out for some reason. That's interesting. Fascinating. I don't really want to have to pull up a monitor to monitor my internet connection. Make sure it's nothing goofy going on the router, but... what's up, kitty? You awake now, huh? You want to come on? You saw everyone coming? Hello, people. How are you guys doing? All right. Go ahead and do that. See how we are going here, and... let's see, it looks like 24 folks on. Greetings, everybody. Let's jump on over to our comment thread for a second. See how everything's going on over here. All right, howdy, Robert Fitzpatrick. Greetings. Greetings indeed. Okay, and hello, Mr. GFY. How are you doing? Q1 Fiend. Just one second. Let me double check on something. Come on. Okay, I had to check on something. Well, greetings, everybody. All right. Anyone else waiting for the kitty? Yes, Q1 Fiend. Here's Kitty. Hi, Q1 Fiend. How are you? All right, Mr. GFY. All right, yeah, there weren't a lot of people on right away. Horace, hello there. Greetings. Buster Brown waiting for the kitty cam, and the kitty cam showed up. Hello, Daniel. Greetings. The perfect evening. Metal Lord, hello there. Does Downunder refer to Australians? Yes. You are Australian. Yep. I don't know if that's a bad word we use for Australians over here in the States or whatever else, but common phrase. Let's see. But yeah, there's some interesting news going on in Australia right now regarding encryption. That's exciting. Your police department is insane. What do they call them? The federal police? Just their name is insane. Maybe they should change their name. Kyrie Holmes is frustrated with T-Mobile right now. Oh yeah, I was frustrated with AT&T all weekend. That was exciting. I don't even have AT&T. Yeah. Daniel, here we go again. Anyone else getting buffers? Yeah, I had, hey kitty, I need to be able to see that green dot on OBS. Is that okay with you? Thank you. Yeah, for whatever reason, though, as soon as I started the stream, it launched down to pretty much, the stream died out. And then, now I'm working on trying to just monitoring it, making sure everything's good again. Give me a second. You die. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right. The Matrix is glitching. Yes, it is. Hello, Kitson. Hello, Present Arms. Benjamin Aldridge, how are you? Greetings. Let's see. Noah, how's it going there? New picture for Noah video. Greetings. Bud Holman. Bud Holman, how's it going there? Hello, and World of Linux. Greetings. Thomas Holt, hello there. I'm forwarding everything to my YouTube Gmail. Interesting. Snazzy Butterfly, hello there. Steven Anderson, good evening, Mr. Anderson. I bought Matrix a couple weeks ago. I haven't watched it yet. I should watch that, shouldn't I? If I forward my main Gmail to my YouTube Gmail, if I got hacked on YouTube, will my main account still be all right? I don't know. There's a lot of security things you can do. I don't know exactly what you're doing, so I'd have to look into that. Hello, Frost Ranger. How's it going there? Saw your Zorn video. I gotta say, I'm loving it. Very good. Very good. Well, thank you. Australian Federal Police. Yep. That crap cast. Yeah, it seems maybe it was just like a one-off thing, I hope. All right. Well, we have privacy news. We have security news, and we have business news. We're going to go ahead and start in on the privacy news tonight. So are we ready to go? All right, first up in privacy news, Microsoft and Amazon are releasing the preview of Alexa and Cortana collaboration. All we needed, isn't it? Now if there's not one smart speaker spying on you, now you have two of them combined together. It's one giant corporate mess to spy on absolutely everything we do. This is just absolutely fabulous, people, isn't it? Isn't this awesome? So basically what has occurred here is that Alexa and Cortana are skills added to each other, so it basically allows them to does this mean you have a schizophrenic smart speaker? It's constantly talking to itself. It's going to be planning to take over your house and your life and your universe. This is the beginning of the selfish ledger, people. I know Google's not involved yet, but this is indeed the beginning of the selfish ledger. So basically they're saying here, this is from the Microsoft blog, fixing a car engine requires different skills than offering financial advice or caring for a baby. Makes sense. People would rely on two digital assistants to stay on top of their home and work lives. Also, we want the two of them to work together at times. Oh. I can't even imagine turning on any one of these, let alone turning on both of these. And this basically means everything that you are doing is now accessible to both Microsoft and Amazon at the same time. This is kind of frightening. This is too much data collection. It's a little on the out there side. And so really, I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, Office 365 customer could ask Cortana to summon Alexa through a PC to work at home. Summon Alexa. I can just see the ritual going now. Alexa, I summon thee. Alexa's like, yes, what do you want? Okay, Alexa, buy unicorn meat. Confirm. There. All right, so an Office 365 customer could ask Cortana to summon Alexa through a PC at work and use Alexa to order groceries or adjust the thermostat before heading home for a day. You know, guys, I had this amazing thing at my house out west. Is amazing thing. It was called a programmable thermostat. It worked very well. About 6 in the morning, I'd usually get ready to leave around 7 or 8. Around 6 in the morning, it would simply turn off and allow the heater to stop functioning. And then it would stay off all day until about the time I was about half hour or so from coming home from work. And then it would turn back on. I didn't need to connect to my thermostat with an internet-ready device through a cell phone, giving two different companies the time I'm heading home. My thermostat programmed itself. Sure, if I was an hour early or an hour later, I would have to throw on my jacket for another 20 minutes while the house warmed. Really, how long does it take to warm up the house when you turn on the heater? What, 5-10 minutes? Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. We're going to freeze to death, people. Our smart speaker has not turned on our furnace for us. And we're just giving up all this information for it. I don't know. This is just insane. Why you would use this? Of course, if you are going to St. Louis University, you won't have a choice because Alexa-enabled devices are in every student living space on campus now. I will repeat essentially the same argument I made when one of the, was it Mary? I forget which hotel chain it was going to start putting Alexa devices in the hotels. The advantage is those, you could tell them, I don't want this stupid thing, and they'll get rid of it for you. This, I didn't see any indication of such a thing. But it's like, we had a little test result, you know, probably 100 people. I guess, I don't know, whatever it is. But they had a test, a test according, last couple semesters or so. Now they have added 100 questions specific to the university. What time does the library close tonight? Oh, Lord. Do we really need an Alexa device in our dorm rooms to ask what time the library closes? You're a student on campus. Take a little bit of responsibility to learn that if you happen to know what a library is. I'm not even inclined to think the last couple years I taught that students even know what a library is. Let alone never use it. Let alone need to know what time it's open or closed. This is crazy. It's crazy talk. Where's the registrar's office? Get a campus map! Every campus I've ever been onto, and I've been on hundreds of campuses, have campus maps every few feet. Look at a map. I know we don't know how to read maps anymore because we rely on our phone too much, but program the thing in your Google Maps on your phone. But yeah, 2,300 Echo Dot smart devices are going to be deployed by the start of classes this month into SLU University. So all of the students have access to all of these constantly, perpetually listening devices to spy on every single student in the dorm room at all times. This is the slippery slope, people. This is the slippery slope of absolute death. I'm telling you. The students we attract are highly driven to achieve success in and out of the classroom. I can tell you that's probably true for about 1% to 2% of your students. How do I know? Because I was a college professor in a couple different campuses, and I can tell you that's the average. You go in and teach a class. You have 1 or 2 students that actively read the book, highlight it, assuming they can find a paper copy, bring questions to your office hours, work hard, diligently do their work, study, and pass the test with flying colors. That's about 1% to 2% of your students. You have a few percentage points of your students that are naturally geniuses. I was one of these people. Oh, I pissed people off in organic chemistry. I went out hanging out with my friends all night. The rest of the dorm would sit there studying together, and I'd pass the classes with higher grades. Yeah, pissed them off? That's just the type of brain I have, though. And there's a certain percentage of people that are just like that. They're just a sponge, and they don't really need to study much. And then you have a lot of people that work pretty hard, and they can do pretty good, but you're not going to see them in your office. They may or may not be reading the book. They're just working hard at it. And then you have a whole lot of people in the middle, the big old bell curve, that they don't really care for your class because it's just an extra add-on anyway. All right. So the fact that they want to come out and say, students we attract are highly driven to achieve success in and out of the classroom. You keep telling yourself that, buddy. You are delusional. Says the vice president and CIO. Of course, the CIO says this. Every minute we can save our students from having to search the information online is 1 more minute they can spend focused on what matters the most. Beer pong! Beer pong! No, guys, this is the thing. Like, I went down to West Virginia University, and I was looking at being a professor down there. And it turned out that the school out west gave me a much better offer. And I'm walking down there, I asked the dean, I said, what is the reputation? You know, like, the West Virginia University has a reputation of a huge party school. I said, what do you think about this? She says, well, you know, we furnish alcohol at our parties because we know the students are going to drink. We'd rather know what they're drinking and where they are. Well, I go down the halls of the other university, and they're talking about the dangers of alcohol and alcohol poisoning. Guess which university I went to? Yeah, the one that actually is like, you know what? Just like, you know, I mean, I know I'm going to get dirty. Why take a shower again? I mean, really. But yeah, every minute we can save our students to search for the information they need online is another minute. They can, okay. I'm going to go something into blind here. I'm going to go blind. I'm going to go to psu.edu because that's the college that is in the town where I live. All right. Let's search. Library hours. Now, of course, there's like 20 libraries on Penn State main campus. Hours, Penn State University Library. Holy crap! Holy crap! I can save myself that much time! Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! Dude, I can type that fast and I can say that. I had to type it once. I got the listings for every library on campus. And directions. And addresses. We are dumbing our students down to imbecilic levels. It's kind of exciting. Ooh, you can also provide information about the athletics games, the concerts, the major speakers on campus, student event organizations, service and mission opportunities, and other aspects of student life. Guess what? None of those have anything to do with their education. Yeah. College is sold to you as a bill of goods to get your education. They really want you to really enjoy the social atmosphere, because if you enjoy the social atmosphere, it takes you longer to finish. You can pay them more money. Browse the questions. What is the most exciting thing to me is the enhanced connectivity to the campus community these devices will provide. No, it doesn't. It produces antisocial behavior. You're an academic university. Go look at the research studies. Go look at the research studies. Just do it. Reliance on technology decreases social skills, decreases academics. This is a loser year-round. Way to go, St. Louis University. You have lost the mark. You know that Google tracks your movements whether you like it or not, and whether or not you turn on location services or not. This was an AP exclusive one. So they want to know where you are so badly, it records your movements even when you explicitly tell it not to. Associated Press investigation found many Google services on Android devices and iPhones store your location data even if you've used a privacy setting that says it will prevent Google from doing so. Computer science researchers at Princeton confirmed these findings at AP's request. For the most part, Google is upfront about asking permissions to use your location information. An app like Google Maps will remind you to allow access to location if you're using it for navigation. If you agreed to let it record your location over time, Google Maps will display that history for you for a timeline that maps out your daily movements. Storing your minute-by-minute travels carries with it privacy risks and has been used by police to determine locations of suspects, such as the warrant that police in Raleigh, North Carolina served on Google last year to find devices near a murder scene. So companies will let you pause a setting called location history. Of course, here is the dates, the times, dates, the colorations. Where were you at such a given time? Yeah, I don't really want that information available on the internet. Google says that will prevent the company from remembering where you've been, but Google's support page on the subject says you can turn off location history at any time. With location history off, the places you go are no longer stored. Okay, that isn't true, they found out. Even with location history paused, some Google apps automatically store timestamp location data without asking. All right, and apparently there's a link down here to tell you how to delete it. Okay, for example, Google stores a snapshot where you are when you merely open its Maps app. So opening the app for Maps will automatically take a snapshot. Automatic daily weather updates on Android phones pinpoint roughly where you are, and some searches that have nothing to do with location, like chocolate chip cookies or Kids Science Kit, pinpoint your precise latitude and longitude accurate to the square foot and save it to your Google account. A privacy issue affects 2 billion users that run Google Android operating system and hundreds of millions of worldwide iPhone users who rely on Google Maps for search. Storing location data is a violation of users' preferences is wrong, said Jonathan Mayer, a Princeton computer scientist and former chief technologist for the Federal Communications Commission Enforcement Bureau. A researcher from Mayer's lab confirmed the AP's findings on multiple Android devices. The AP conducted its own tests on several iPhones and found the same behavior. If you're going to allow users to turn something off called location histories, then all places where you maintain location history should be turned off. That seems pretty straightforward position to have. All right, so ultimately, there's a few take-home messages. Number one, de-Googlify your devices. My Nexus does not have any Google services. The second take-home message, you don't have to rely on apps. You realize this, that almost every app that's out there, it's the same exact thing if you go to a mobile website. It's just they can't store interesting little jar files with back-end code that they can't necessarily do as easily on the website. Don't use apps unless you absolutely have to. Use web browsers. I mean, really. Okay, there are a number of different ways Google may use location to improve people's experience, including location history, web, app activity, and through device-level location services. A Google spokesman said in a statement to the AP, "We provide clear descriptions of those tools and robust controls so people can turn them on or off and delete their histories at any time." So apparently there's some looking into all of this because, it's a big school that's, not stupid enough to fill their dorm rooms with Alexa dots. Did some security research saying, yeah, you guys are actually storing information even though you are saying you are not storing that information. And that's kind of something that we need to keep in mind. Frankly, it's important to keep these things in mind. Only use the apps you have to. Use web interfaces. Obviously, I use the open source map that doesn't connect with those. If I needed something else, I'd use the web browser on the phone to do anything like that. And then, of course, the web browser, I'd use the one that's routed through Tor, so it works a little bit better. So a little bit more private. So those are just kind of things to keep in mind. privacy is a big thing, and they did a lot of research here looking at it. You can find more information out there. But this article actually, by the way, the video here and the links and all that is actually on the website. I put, instead of putting all the links to the news articles directly in the video description, I just put them on the website instead. So there's a link to that in the description down below. All right. Oh yes, that's right. We all need telescreens. The app, Amazon's telescreen wasn't enough, and so Google is now going to have their own telescreen. So here, look at this guy. So now we have a Google Assistant with a screen on it. So yeah, that would have to be a telescreen. Not sure if these actually have a camera on them as well, but wouldn't surprise me if it does. And if it doesn't, then it's coming up pretty soon. Not much else I'm going to say on that. Oh, yeah, it does have image and video recognition. That's exciting. But anyway, that's just, yeah, we don't need more of these telescreens. I mean, telescreens are bad enough. Of course, we know them well from 1985, or 1984, rather. And 1985, the year it got worse, yeah. But anyway, just keep that in mind. And, well, I think that's my privacy news for now. We'll go ahead and hit the security news next, but let's check in on the comments first. Alrighty. So greetings everybody that just jumped on. We've like doubled our viewer count since I started. So let's see. What is your business website? I'm about 1% sure I want you to do my website. My main business website is westernmtnweb.com. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat here. Whoa. If I can type it right. Did I get that right? I think that's right. If that doesn't work, let me know and I'll put it in there. So it's Western Mountain Web. You search it on a search engine, it should be the first thing you find. Okay, it was the NSA logging into the stream. Nothing to worry about. Oh, okay. All right. I've come from the land down under. I gave you a sandwich of Vegemite. Ooh, I don't want Vegemite. Just got Thai food. All right. I just got Chinese. No. Okay. Old funny Weird Al joke. Ever hear that Weird Al joke? The cat's in the kettle, it's the Peking moon. Little place to eat every day at noon. Yeah. Okay. All right. No, he's too cute. All right. Just what we need. Cortana and Alexa are two of the craziest girls out there. Now they're in the same speaker. Yeah, that's all we need. What happens if they get into a fight? Kind of like to decline any offers of Vegemite, thanks. Okay, oh, Microsoft, yep. The smart home that talks to itself, a schizo house. Yep, indeed. My first computer 7 years ago, all I could do is turn it on. After that, I just lost a good friend. Changed that his way. Could do was turn it on. After that, I was lost. A good friend changed that. His name is Jose. All right. Very cool. Caroline, KDE Neon. Very nice. Very nice indeed. All right. Summon the Alexa. I'm waiting for the release of Trinity 1405 so I can go do some work. All right. Alexa, order pizza. Order pizza. Yes. Hello, pizza. Everyone say pizza. All right. We have rights, security, and privacy until we connect to the internet. Tom is triggered already. Oh, yeah. You have no idea. Come home. Get the crook out of the house now. Yep. It's to get kids used to being spied on bit by bit. Yep. Said the word. I meant to type shirt. Oh, my apologies. Did you see something? I missed it. All right, with our new iHouse, can't really want to leave. Everything's at a whisper call. Well, you just go into the bathroom for the conference call and turn on the shower. Why is the comment area so small? I seem to make it small today. Whoa, it's bigger now. There you go. How's that? Is that better? All right. Okay, the library is an ancient building where primitive people used to hoard knowledge. That's right. My neighbors across the street bought 2 of my shirts. They came for DOS. They look awesome. Very good. Very cool. Very nice. From SwitchedtoLinux. All right. Okay, this is a good moment to turn on the flames. Yeah, I should have gone on fire right there. It's so hot here, and the fire extinguishers are in the other room, and I don't know. Okay, we're all doomed if they keep collecting our data. Yep. Yeah, we forgive you, Pizza. And I didn't see it, so I don't know if anybody else saw it. I didn't see it. Sometimes go to SLU campus, never in the dorm areas. iCloud is better in terms of privacy if you want to use mainstream email service. It's my own email server, guaranteed not to spy on me. Yep. Where's beer pong? That is the pastime of college students where you throw a ping pong ball, bounce it across the table, and whatever cup it lands in, you drink. Stupidity. Can collect my data. They would fall asleep. My life is so boring. Yeah, but it's about selling your data to other people to turn you into a product. That's the problem. Hey, cat, please stop doing that. I need that hand so I can use my mouse, okay? Yeah, okay. All right. I like my Echo Dot because I play music on it and set timers. However, when I don't use it, I unplug it. Yeah. Subversion. Alexa, what's the principles of... Yeah, insert thesis here. Yeah. Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. Greetings. Just don't carry your phone with you. Richard Stallman isn't that crazy. Nope. Take phone with airplane mode on. Right? You don't want your data collected. Turn off the computer. Hello, Anna Rita. Hi, Anna Rita. Where's my digital girl? All right. Let's see. Subverted person won't recognize the correct answer even when one is provided. The guy who tested that airplane mode sent more data. Yeah, basically, if you put the phone on airplane mode, it just sits there and collects data until you turn the thing back on. Then it sends a boatload of data. Yeah, I look all green. Yeah, there seems to be something goofy with my color. I ate some bad pork. They are tracking us. Do they know how many times I go to visit Mr. Toilet? They will. They will. Off is not off these days. You got to pull the battery out. Yeah, except you can't. How to sell as a trucker. I always viewed it as a leash that led right back to my dispatcher and company. They hated it when I turned it off. Yeah. It's okay if I don't care of my privacy, but if I expose potential people who don't want to potentially have their privacy violated, I should disclose with them. I have my phone with me. Can't pull the battery from the smartphone. Yep, think it was their master plan. Love Trogger here. I'm vlogging everything because what? Ugh, Fortnite vlogger 12. Wow. Sure that is interesting what you ran about at the moment. Don't rely on apps, but the kitty gets priority. I know. He's just like, dude, I want pets. We're through, but the cell phone jammers are illegal. Yeah. And what a coffee. I got me my seltzer water, so we're good. Whoa, did the cap? Yeah, the cap's on the green screen. Look, it's magical. I can pour and it won't pour. Oh, boy. Laptop equals portable, so I can take it to the kitchen. Yep. Nephew going... Kitty? Stop. I was trying to read that comment, Kitty. All right. Nephew going to high school this year, and they are already asking parents to buy laptops. They have a Microsoft account. So my brother asked them if they can do without Microsoft. Yeah. Okay, you know what? You know, this is a shocking thing, but some parents actually legitimately don't have the money to buy their kids a new laptop. For the love of God. When did education become exclusive like that? I mean, it certainly shouldn't be. And yeah, the Microsoft account, that needs to go. Can't wait for my Death Wish coffee order to arrive. Eating buttermilk pancakes from breakfast this morning. Nice. Very good. Matter of fact, don't use a laptop at all on a high school. All right. My son had a Dell from school. I never saw a boot to Windows. Yep. This is live. How'd the link come up before you typed it? What? Is it live? I don't know. Hello, Saddle Ridge. How are you? Nice to see me live. I know. I was dead yesterday, but I'm live today. So, you know. Microsoft is a cancer. Cancer mortal cell. Microsoft is immortal. What? Cancer's not an immortal cell. It's a cell that does not, that the cell program, the apoptotic cell pathways don't function properly. I mean, they don't self-destruct. They die, they just don't self-destruct. Type of cell phone service do I use? A cellular one. Okay, I understand the chat lagging, but it can't be futuristic, you know. Knock knock, Neo, yeah. So out of curiosity, what would it cost, hours and cost, to develop a mid to large website? I would need to know, is it database driven? Is it just a basic informational about how many pages? I kind of start with no database, 5-10 small informational only website. You usually start those at like $750-ish. Anything more than that, you just need to talk about what type of functionality you're going to need to do. But yeah, I keep my costs pretty low because, yeah, I work in a home office and works for me. So no inventory to support, no employees to support, and no big office to support. So thinking some people are so lonely that Alexa and Cortana would be the only way to get a threesome. Wow. Lag on the video, so must be longer than the chat log. Yep. Using Linux to this day, and he's 23 now. TVs need internet, not mine. Messes cancer or not, I still use it for gaming. What do you do? Huh. Samsung Galaxy 9 with Android, and I'm loving it, but I may not like Google, but the OS is to me better than iOS any day. Yeah, I still prefer Lineage. As much as I'm irritated that I couldn't get Lineage 14 on my device, I still like Lineage better. Hey, I have Steam on Linux, and POL for most games work for me. There you go. Oh, you deleted the message. Well, thank you for that. You modded yourself. Okay. Using elementary OS because the OpenAMD drivers don't work on Debian and I don't want to use stock Ubuntu, but Linux Mint cannot be installed on my computer. Huh, there you go. Hey, as long as it works, man, go for it. Maybe buy Civ 6 and play on Linux. I never understood beer pong. If the goal is to get hammered, just cut to the chase. What if one of the drinks is drugged? It's college. They're probably all drugged. Who do they sell our data to? Sounds like all these companies just sell to each other. There are hundreds and thousands of data analytics firms that you've never heard of. Strange issue with HPs was the Wi-Fi. Some reason RF kill decided it didn't need internet, so I just added RF kill and unblock all. Okay. Ted Kaczynski would poop his pants. Who's so excited he'd become? I'm telling you. Yeah, but there's an app to track that. Oh lordy. One thing I want next phone is wireless charging, just in case the port dies. What would happen with the Windows phone? Yeah. Stay away from Google Play Store and use F-Droid. Yep. Tom, I'm taking CompTIA A+ this year. Can you give study tips and tricks? Nope. I mean, general study tips and tricks. Just you read through things. If you have other notes or anything else, take notes and then retranslate those notes. Those are good study tips that help for anything. As far as that particular exam, no, I don't have any of those certifications. Never needed them. When you're a freelance developer, people don't ask you for those. It's only when you want to go work for a big company do they ask you for those. John Doe is easy to track. I know, you're all over the place, man. George, hi, how are you? Okay, remember when all you need for high school is basic school supplies. Yep. Wife says you look handsome as usual. Not so triggered. I'm jealous. Turn to her and say thank you for the compliment. There you go. Yeah. Alright, so glad I wasn't forced to use MS products in school. Actually, I'm glad I'm old enough I didn't have to deal with this privacy nonsense. That's the thing, you know. Internet, like, I think we got internet the day, like, the year before I graduated, I think. Try Resurrection instead of Lineage. Nah, I'm happy on Lineage for now. Four out of 5 people would give you their password for a pen. Probably. Google Play and F-Droid should merge. No, I don't think so. Google Droid. F-Play. I think F-Play is better. Senior year, which is so expensive, only millionaires can afford one. Yeah. All right. Well, next we are going to be doing our security news, it looks like. So we will do our security. Find my security thing. And are we ready to jump into security? All right, on to security news. Well, first is the feature story. There is an encryption battle going on down under. The Australian government, the Federation Police. Was it the Federal Police? Lord, that just sounds so scary. Australian government wants to force tech firms to weaken encryption. Quote, we can't afford to give terrorists and pedophiles a place to hide. Okay, of course that's what you want to do. You've got to take the two things that get us the most, the love for our children and the fear of, you know, being turned into an exploding time bomb. Take both of those items together, put them together, and then now you just utilize that to twist the emotional piece of the people so that we cannot let these people hide. We need to weaken encryption. Of course, this is the same battle the FBI has been trying to do, and I don't think they care who wins the battle first, because once any of the free world happens to push this, it's going to cause a ripple effect that's going to affect all the tech companies everywhere, and it will cause encryption to weaken. Also, that the police, who we cannot vet or anything else, you know, these are still people. They are corruptible, and many of them are. They are not above the law, and they want ready access for tech companies to give us access to information without telling us. And that's the thing. So it is called the Assistance and Access Bill of 2018. Well, you know, at least I can say this for Australia. They don't give us these cutesy bill names. You know, if something like this, something like this was here in the States, it'd be something like let me come up with what the bill acronym would be. Down there, I mean, it'd have to have something about blocking terrorists and pedophiles. It'd be like the anti-terrorist pedophile bill, and I find a few other odd letters that you don't know how they put it together. It'd produce something like twerp. You know, like, we're going to stomp them twerps. Be like the twerp bill or something. Here in the United States, we do fun things with our bills because we apparently have to live like we're a bunch of country of 4-year-olds, which is probably why our country's going down the tube so much. We've lost all sensibility of maturity and anything else. All right, so the bill is known as the Assistance and Access Bill, seeking to overcome what American authorities have spent years calling the going dark problem. The notion, as Canberra explains it, is to enhance the ability of our law enforcement and security agencies to access the intelligible data necessary to conduct investigations and gather evidence. It would create a new type of warrant that would allow the government to, government would call lawful access to thwart encryption. In other words, they want a company to give them that golden key. Bill introduces a suite of measures that would improve the ability of agencies to access intelligible communications, content, and data. 3 distinct reforms will help achieve. Number 1, enhancing the obligations of domestic providers to give reasonable assistance to Australia's key law enforcement. See, here's the problem. If access to this is given to law enforcement, it's going to be on the dark web before anybody ever gets a chance to use it lawfully. For the first time, extending the assistance obligations to offshore providers supplying communication services and devices in Australia. Essentially, it's the China approach. You want to do business in our country, you have to give us access to everything. Number 2, introduce new computer access warrants for law enforcement that will enable them to covertly obtain evidence directly from a device. That right there is the biggest problem, because if they come and execute a search warrant, you know they're executing a search warrant. I think anywhere it should be a human rights issue. If law enforcement of anywhere is executing a search warrant, you should know beforehand. Maybe as it happens. I mean, they don't call you up on the phone. We're going to be executing a search warrant about 3 or 4 hours, give you time to get the bodies out of the closet. They don't want to do that. But you should have the right to know if any law enforcement is executing a warrant on any of your data, whether that be your data stored on a company server, because we know we can't get away from that, or particularly on any data on your device. They're basically saying, give us carte blanche access to hack people without giving access. Well, what makes them the so moral and high ground and the anonymous not so? It's a problem. It's a big problem. 3, strengthen the ability of law enforcement and security authorities to overtly access data through the existing search and seizure warrants. Quote from Angus Taylor, MP. Who's that guy? We can't afford to give terrorists and pedophiles a place to hide. Our new Assistance and Access Bill will modernize law enforcement and national security investigations in a digital age without requiring companies to weaken their systems. This guy's a moron. He knows no idea about how technology works. You cannot, in any way, shape, or possible form, you absolutely cannot, any way, shape, or form, weaken encryption without weakening the system for everyone else. You cannot produce something in which gives somebody ready access to all of the information on your device without allowing other people the access points. You make it weak for you, you're making it weak for everybody. Do you not realize that? But no, these guys don't know how technology works. They get the golden key, the backdoor access, the freedom to get in there and get the encryption going. You get all that stuff going, let me tell you exactly what's going to happen. What's going to happen? It's going to be on the dark web before you know it, and every single device is going to be insecure, including you guys. But of course, you'll get the special pass, the special type of system that doesn't have that access, so you guys can keep on being corrupt all you want, because the only thing that separates me from you is you have a badge, but that badge is that you are my servant, not my master, and the police forces in this entire world need to recognize that once again. I mean, that's what I have to say about that. That's insane. That's insane. There are other avenues that you can utilize to catch somebody in crime. Covertly spying on their devices is not the answer. It's not. Of course, this isn't just an Australian problem. The United States government is asking Facebook to help wiretap Messenger. Apparently, Facebook's Messenger application is certainly indeed end-to-end encrypted. Allegedly, Facebook doesn't know what's in there. I disagree, probably, but... All right. So, in reality, they're trying to battle, of course, M13. Now, of course, routers is yet another one of these left-leaning things, and so now they're going to turn this from an encryption battle asking Facebook to allow them to wiretap Messenger into an all-out Trump's an evil guy, you know, because it's like, oh, it's part of an investigation for the M13 gang. Okay, so now the rest of the articles, Donald Trump frequently uses the gang to inactivate a nation. Oh, Donald Trump calls the gang animals, blah, blah, blah. Dude, get off the Donald Trump train. Let's get refocused back on the issue. The U.S. government wants to spy on people using Facebook Messenger. All right, as long as they're getting warrants, sure, I'm okay with that. But anyway, they're trying to essentially use this to update all the different things that are are end-to-end encrypted. So some things like Google, like Gmail, you pass the information on Gmail, and in reality, you get access to your it goes encrypted, but it's decrypted on Google servers. So if they have a warrant for that information, they can actually get that information, and so. The reality is some things, so they're saying Facebook Messenger, Signal, a few of these types of things, these are end-to-end, and so the government's trying to get into these things, because we got to stop the gang. So why is it that when Trump makes a big deal of the gang, it's negativity on Trump, but when the FBI wants to get information on this gang, oh man, they're just trying, Facebook's just getting in our way. I don't know. Kind of weird. The ongoing battle with encryption is still ongoing, so that's kind of something to keep in mind. Are we ready for this frightening one? Yeah, it turns out that children are susceptible to peer pressure from robots. How long is it going to be before your schools are starting to have these robots? Maybe, they'll start putting robots into the classrooms to assist the teachers instead of hiring teachers' aides. Maybe we'll just have teachers' aides and the robots will be doing the teaching. I mean, really? Really, I mean, you could ask a robot anything in class, you'll never get that, I don't really know, or that, look it up, kid, answer again. You won't get any of that kind of stuff. I mean, really, you won't get any of that kind of stuff. All right, so children are susceptible to peer-to-peer robot. Psst, psst, kid, you want to try some logical regression here? Some logical regression? But how long before these kids, hey, psst, the new He-Man's out. You want to get some? I don't know why He-Man just popped in my head. Does that still exist? I don't know. Is any young people on this know what I'm talking about? But anyway, the children are susceptible to peer pressure from robots. This is very scary because this is right in alignment with Google's Selfish Ledger. So if you didn't see the talk on the Selfish Ledger stuff, then have a look at that. So really, the reality is they could get the kids used to these robots like they're constantly doing. And then what you do is you start programming the robot to convince the kid to give it the data that you want them to have. And then it becomes the very thing. It just simply becomes peer pressure. The robot has a very good chance of influencing your kid. This is frightening. This is like, okay, maybe we just need to stop and rethink the robots, because now it's just like, I don't know. The link for this is in the description. I'll let you go ahead and read more on this, but this just terrifies me. That's kind of frightening. FBI is warning of a potential ATM cash out blitz, particularly in light of an upcoming holiday. These types of blitzes occur usually on weekends. They usually start right after hours at the bank. And what the FBI is guessing is, just following that there's been a whole series of these break-ins, they're warning a lot of banks, even here in the United States, that these big operations have been skimming credit card numbers, stealing credit card numbers, not really doing anything with those numbers, but they've been utilizing these numbers. And what they're guessing is they're going to be waiting, and probably the Friday right after the banks close, right on a holiday weekend, they're just going to go in there and blitz ATMs all across the country with a network of mules, cash out millions of dollars in a big scam. So 2016, a single attack resulted in $570,000 thefts. So they're basically telling all these banks to implement all of these types of things into their systems. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So just be aware of this. What can you do about this? Zero. Zero. I mean, really nothing. If, you know, stop using a credit card or a debit card. Use cash for as much as you possibly can. That's the best thing you can do. All right, well, this is a fun one. Apparently I'm missing an article, but I think I actually cut a couple articles out. All right, so there's a teenager in Melbourne. What's going on in Australia? What's going on in the water on there? So in Australia, this teen hacked into Apple's secure computer network. So he's like, I don't know, 15 years old, I think, when he did this first time. Actually, I think he was younger than that. I can't remember. But he was a real young kid, and, you know, he was able to break into Apple quite easily. He broke in several different times, ended up downloading 90 gigabytes of secure files and access customer accounts, all from Apple. You know, keep this in mind. You know, Apple, like, having these different types of accounts out there, it's just not a good thing to do. You know, all of these accounts is just, it's not really worth it. And, you know, this kid, I mean, Apple's supposed to be highly secure. They end up finding him after he had successfully downloaded 90 gigabytes of data, access to a lot of things. They found him, I think, over a couple years or so later, and then they blocked his MAC address. So if he just picked up another computer, he could just do the same thing again. This is crazy. This is crazy. So, yeah, and this is why you want to protect your data, because even the biggest, most profitable tech company in the world, teenage hacker got in, no problem. You know, even if the company is the best company in the world, has the most integrity in the world, even if that is the case, we still have to worry about the hackers. We have to worry about somebody breaking in and stealing. Just be aware of that. All right. A couple articles to go. All right. Targeted ads are annoying enough for me to go to Linux root. I was just curious where else data was going. I stopped using Ubuntu when I found out about ads in the dash. Just can't stand them. Yeah. Fplay sounds like something you'd link for adults. All right. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Trying to switch to Debian Stretch. Do you know how I could find if my home/school Wi-Fi router is comparable? Intel wireless, which is what I have. Wait, okay. Switch to Debian Stretch. You know how I could find out if my home/school's Wi-Fi router is comparable? Well, I mean, your wireless router does not make the difference. The only thing that's important is the wireless card. The only thing that's going to cause a problem with your device is if you have a Broadcom modem in there, in which case you generally would need to install the drivers manually. I'm not sure. Does anybody know if you install the contributors, the contributor and the non-free packages, and re-update the Linux firmware? That might do it. I don't know for sure. But your router, the router is inconsequential as long as you have a modem that works in the device. So in which case, look out, kitty. I got one in here somewhere. That's not it. There you go. So that's a wireless chip. So this one here is actually, this one says it's Intel. I thought this one was not Intel. I thought this one was Broadcom. Let's see. Yeah, so, I mean, this chip here, it says it's Intel. I thought it was Broadcom because when my main wireless chip in my main computer died out, I just kind of swapped this one in. Unless this is, oh no, that's right. This one is Intel. This is the Broadcom one. Yeah, this one's Broadcom. So yeah, apparently I have another Intel one. I think I scrapped the Intel one from a dead computer. So yeah, so as long as your wireless chip in your computer is right and has the drivers, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what wireless router you're using. So that's the only thing you need to look into. Beat me to the trigger. All right, very good. Sorry, my question makes that much sense. Yeah, I think I gotcha. Remember those days? My family didn't own a computer until 1999. Even then, it was used. Yep. Trolls are moving in now. Uh-oh. Ursopa and Pipa? Yep. Why do most politicians not understand anything about science and technology? Seriously, how difficult is it? You need encryption for business. Weakening it is dumb. Yep. Oh, I think you're talking about the space on the YouTube page itself. Yeah, they increased the default size of the video and they squeezed out everything else. Yeah, they actually, I think it's a test they're rolling out. On some of my computers, I see it the old normal size, and on some of my computers, I have the more narrow size. I think they're doing a random test. Okay. Kids, trolls love attention, whether it's troll or not. Don't feed the troll. Occasionally, I feed the trolls, though. I mean... Mugen, pasteurize, homogenize, purity, old dookie. Alright. Okay, Benjamin Aldridge. No, they won't. Only killing a troll will make them die. Never do it again. Yes, I went on fire. Fire! 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 I'm no longer on fire, Kitty. You want to come back up? Kitty ran away when I went on fire. He was worried about being burnt. Right. Yeah? There you go, bud. Alright. There you go. I'm going to collect currency, so I added 10 Soviet rupees, 10 billion Zimbabwe dollars, and $10 collective different banknotes. Very good. Be unsafe because they want snowflakes. Yeah, without brain cells. Yeah. All right, my phone's getting hotter. Yep, yep. Like that one, the badge is a sign that you're my servant, not my master. Yep, that's right. Spying is the American way. Fake book knows everything. Yep. You know, protocols to modem are from Australia. Really? Remember, use oinkmobiles to say to protect and serve. Yeah, they got that out now. To harass and arrest. I don't know. We find out I like pink underwear. Are they going to sell my info to underwear companies so they can sell me more pink underwear? Yes. Should read. Yeah. You're a gang using Facebook. Hint, you're not a gang. Yeah. First the tail, now his domain. Yeah. Brother Dabs makes Donald Trump jokes loudly, goes crazy in public so he can embarrass me. He doesn't know as he's just embarrassing himself. Yeah, can't wait till he matures. Robots are going to start beating up kids for their charge cables. Ditching KDE. Pizza OS runs Budgie. There you go. It's probably better, honestly. It's easier to use than KDE for sure. Does that mean we'll be seeing after-school specials on peer pressuring robots? Yes. I only did it because the robot said to. How long before a hacker gets in there and peer pressures a poor little kid to become a meth addict? Oh. Selling data is not the real business model. Subsidized by the government. Yep. Toasters, time to armor young ones with side blasters. Yeah. Thing I don't like about Budgie is too many GNOME dependencies. Lack of desktop icons. 3.18 doesn't support it. Lack of configuration files. Yeah. Super chat. $5 super chat from Paul. Thank you. Good evening. Just got home. Be watching this tomorrow. All right. Thank you, man. I will catch you then. Apologies. That didn't jump up on my radar sooner. They don't tend to jump up on me until I find them in the comments. Every time we start getting close to 9/11, this stuff starts coming up again about false flags. Yep. Yep. Use cache, people. Yep. Big question on Apple Story is that 16-year-old boy truly a hacker, or is he just a script kiddie? Hard to know. I don't know. They didn't exactly list all the details of his hack. Remember one on Facebook, it was like all the users on there had single-digit IQs for some reason. Can you make me a moderator to post a YouTube link? Yes. Joe is now a moderator. I think you'll find interesting about Nestle and their water money gouging. Ooh. Yeah, we actually, Nestle was trying to come into State College here, and they finally got voted out. So that was good. Encrypted SSD with LVM encryption partition on elementary OS works great. So my data is protected because it's a laptop and portability gets some of my data. Yeah. Thank you again, Paul, if you're still on. Okay, it's back for May, but I still wonder how many know about it. Yeah, the thing about Nestle is every time they move into an area, they completely destroy the ecosystem. They leave it a wasteland, and then once they're done with it, they just leave. False flag dates. 12/7/1941. 6/2/64, 9/11/2001. Wow. If a script kiddie can get into that system, there's a huge security hole. How about it's security Swiss cheese? It's all intelligence. Yeah. Boo. Card doesn't break my kernel every time I upgrade an Arch. So Broadcom is out of the question for me. Yep. It's running double ads now, beginning, middle, and end. Well, that's good. It's payback for all of the demonetizations I keep getting. Since Lineage OS is nightly build only, how often would I have to reflash it if I put on my 6P? You only have to reflash Lineage if it is going from a major version. So 14 to 15 you have to upgrade, but all of the 15 points upgrade automatically. Well, they give you the option to upgrade it or not. An issue as well here, pumping so much water from the wells last year when it was a drought. Yeah. Resurfing because the problem is getting worse. Yep. Cat. Please stop rubbing me there. All right, thank you. The cat's over here like rubbing against my arm that I'm trying to use with the mouse. Oh, you know what? I think he's just itchy. I think he's got a flea on him, and I think that's the problem. I think he's just itchy. Let me see. See here, yeah. See here, yeah. All right. Does that help? All right. DistroTube, greetings. How's it going there? I got up and back to where I was. Kitty, stop. Here, there. Greetings, Mel. How are you? All right. Fashionably late as usual. Well, welcome anyway. All right. Alright, let's see. Snazzy Butterfly, sub, darn. I'm going to homeschool my son. I don't trust the public schools. It's hard enough to remove myself from Facebook and Google ecosystem. Don't need him stuck in it too. Yep. That's very true. Changed my battery on Nexus 6P today. iFixit rocks. Yep. Was the Tom on Fire screen first used on the channel? I don't know. It was before the computer crash. I actually have a playlist of them. I don't isolate them out anymore though. But, you know. Hello, Lemler. How's it going there? I'm afraid it is off when my toaster becomes smarter and tells me what to do. Yeah. Getting home, relaxing for the evening. All right. Planning on being lazy tomorrow. Okay, copy that link address. Military servers should accept votes. Let's see. 80 cameras around the exterior of the Pentagon. They probably need 80 cameras around it. You know, I mean, if you know it's the Pentagon, you don't want to get spied on, don't walk near the Pentagon. Same thing, if you don't like what they play on the radio, turn the station. There's a couple buttons there. One turns it on, up and down, and the other one changes the station. I don't plan on walking near the Pentagon, so I don't care if they have cameras. I do care if they have cameras everywhere else, because the Pentagon, high security location, I don't mind. Hagen, you guys read the news on the kids in DEF CON going SQL injection on the election websites? Yes. Talking about hacking. My next video is about hacking. Very good. Very cool. Phil missed ad free YouTube. My YouTube Red and Google Play Music expired. Now I'm using an ad blocker. All right. Coke and Pepsi ruin water tables wherever they open bottling plants. Yep. Yeah, just back up your phone first. What is Lineage OS? Lineage OS is a open source operating system that is you build it on top of a Android, and it is a de-Googlified system. So here is my Lineage. It's basically, I mean, it's just Android. This one's running Oreo, and it pretty much does about anything, but I have a lot more functionality, feature, and everything's open source, completely de-Googlified, so I'm not getting tracked by Google for using it. So that's the thing about Lineage. Check out lineageos.org is their website. All right, Joe, see ya. Okay. hit the bottom of the comments. All right, so our next one is, our final one is business. And I have a couple articles on business. So we're going to do business stuff. All right, first on the business news, very good news. Valve seems to be working on tools to get Windows games running on Linux. They're using a compatibility tool of some form, and I don't use Steam much, so I can't tell you a lot about it. But some people on Reddit had noticed some extra files that are basically attempting to bring full compatibility of Windows Steam games into Linux. So, kind of an interesting thing. If anybody knows more about this, leave it in the comments down below. That'd be interesting. Since I'm not a gamer, I don't know much about this, but that is definitely something that is pretty cool. Oh, this is an interesting little business project. This is under a Kickstarter right now, but this is Tech Den, helping your kids develop healthier screen habits. Go back to the drawing board. Basically, it's a box, and you put the device in the box. It charges the device and sends notifications to the parents as to whether the device is in there. But they have to turn everything into a game. So the kid has actual control. It's supposed to train him to make better choices, as if this is going to work. Ready? The things like, okay, little Johnny, you've been on your screen time for the allotted amount of time that your parents wanted. You should put your device back now. If you put your device back now, you'll get some cool points. And the points get used for something stupid and silly, I'm sure. Get these points. If you don't, you just won't get the points, little Johnny. Where in the world are the people coming up with this stuff coming from? Have they lost their brain? They've been playing too much beer pong. Because they now have minutes and minutes of extra time to play beer pong because there's Alexas telling them what time the library's open. As if any of them go there. Ever gone to a college library lately? If you have a college in your town, go to the college library. See how few people actually use it. Those that are there, ask around. They're probably all there on assignment. But yeah, the Tech Den, it's so, and of course it logs and tracks everything that your kids are doing, logs their screen time, sends notifications to the parents. So this company now has access to when the kid's using it, you know, all this kind of stuff. And then it's sending all these notifications to your phone, as if we need more notifications in our world and in our life. Getting all these extra notifications all over everything. But then we get the game aspects, right? Out of sight, out of mind approach to device management. Guys, out of sight, out of mind doesn't work. Anybody who's addicted to anything and has ever been addicted to anything will tell you out of sight, out of mind doesn't work. When the addiction calls, you go for it. It's the unfortunate reality. And screen time is addictive for kids. Just because it's in a different box, in a different room, doesn't mean they're going to forget about it. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind does not prevent the kids from being distracted. Okay, instead they're free to have real conversations and personal interactions. Well, that's a good, noble goal, but I don't really think you're going to get there with this. So, set realistic, flexible session times. TechDen is designed to help families create balanced screen time that works for everyone. Based on your kid's schedule, you can set up sessions which are windows of time during which they can use their device. Within each session, parents can set a maximum allowable screen time. TechDen works on a system that requires a device to be returned back to the den. This lets kids establish predictable routine, yet still have flexibility, and the routines are easy to follow and can eventually become habits. All right. Out of sight, out of mind. I mean, look at these perfect families. All the devices are all tucked away so the family can now talk to each other and eat real vegan foods, apparently. I want to see a steak on that table, people. Have you guys seen there's actually a trend, a movement, people moving away from veganism? Because it turns out if you've been a vegan about 10 years, you look like a zombie. Oh. Big, huge trend about it recently. Kind of interesting. Anyway, sometimes just seeing technology can be a temptation to use it. When the child's device is stored inside the den, it no longer serves as a visual cue that can trigger the desire to use it. But the addiction still calls! The device remains tucked away and locked until the next predetermined session begins. Child plays an active role. TechDen uses collaborative teaching approach that's not authoritarian. It involves kids in many parts of the process, including scheduling, setting up rewards, and physically storing the device. When the kid feels a part of the device management process, they're more likely to buy in. Okay, Anna Rita, you're still on here. You work with children. How many of them are going to actively participate in putting their devices down and forgetting about it and walking out to be social? It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen at all, people. It ain't going to happen. Ooh, countdown notifications. Kids get regular notifications on their device. Count down how much time they have left before it's time to return their device to the den. Studies show kids responding better to predictable notifications rather than sudden 2-minute warning. Parents give it arbitrary times, which often catch kids off guard. Like, parents being good parents coming in saying, hey, got 2 minutes left. You know, the good parents, I've seen this many times. Amazing parents do this. You got 5 minutes left, and they set a timer on a stove, microwave, clock, phone, whatever. When that timer goes off, all right, that's the timer. Got to put it away. It works. This is just soft stuff. 5-minute warning. Hey, Owen, you have 5 minutes of screen time left. Oh, look at this happy little kid. You know what I see on this? I see a little kid who looks about 8 years old being unsupervised with a device. That right there is dangerous. That kid's on some shady websites right now, and Joe down the street's talking to him, and you don't even know it because you as the parent aren't in the room. Oh, the reward system. This creates incentives. Together, parents and children set goals and rewards for on-time returns. Children can track their own progress, which provides positive reinforcement for managing screen time and promoting a balanced relationship with their devices. Wow. Wow, that's all I have to say. Wow. Well, anyone using MoviePass? Here's a good reason to not sign up to subscription services too early. MoviePass is opting some users into the new plan, even after they've canceled. So, of course, the MoviePass, you're supposed to pay, you know, whatever it was per month, and then you could go watch movies. And, well, eventually they realized, oh, crap, $15 a month, one movie, and that's good, you know. So now they've changed the plan so that you have to buy it and you can only get like 3 movies off of a list of only 6 available movies any given day or something, whatever their plan is. But it turns out that after their thing went kind of bust and a lot of people got really irritated with all this, and they're just like, yeah, screw it, this isn't worth it. And they canceled the accounts. Well, then MoviePass just went ahead and opted a whole lot of people into that plan even after they canceled. Lots of people. Thousands of people. So that caused a lot of issues. If you had previously requested cancellation prior to opting in, your opt-in to the new plan will take priority and your account will not be canceled. Literally, that's what they wrote. You cancel it. And by the way, this opt-in is a mandatory forced change how we're doing the accounts. There was no opt-in about this. If you had previously requested cancellation prior to opting in, your opt-in to the new plan will take priority and your account will not be canceled. Which means they're going to keep billing you, people. Oh, MoviePass, go away. Just go bankrupt, lose a bunch of dollars, and be done with the stupid idea. Oh, this is... oh, trigger alert, trigger alert. The ISPs are saying they cannot expand broadband into all these rural areas until the government gives them more money to expand. They're crying and wanting handouts, asking that broadband is essential like a utility. People? Of course broadband is a utility. That's what we've been talking about. That's why it was classified as Title II. That's what Title II is. It's a utility. It's required. But you guys fought against it. Asian Pie changed the rules so you guys got away with your utility. Guess what? You don't get any more money. You've already taken millions and billions of tax dollars all under the guise of trying to sit here and say, we're going to make it all work. And you took the money. You gave it as bonuses to morons running in charge. You screwed the people over. You screw the companies over. You guys all should be shut down and thrown in prison. Because yes, you are required. Yes, you are like utility. That's exactly what Title II was. And you guys went ahead and did away with it. How insanely stupid are you ISPs? You're insanely stupid. And on top of this, I think Agent Pie should go to jail now too. Take every executive of every one of these companies, take Agent Pie, throw them into a giant jail cell for a while, and figure out what to do with them in about 15 years. Because yes, the ISPs are like utilities. Because unfortunately, the internet is a required thing in this daily world. This is crazy, people. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh Lord, I'm just, yeah, this is a trigger warning. This is just a trigger warning, really. So the broadband providers spent years lobbying against the utility-style regulations that protect consumers from high prices. But now they're wanting all that. So they want all of the benefits of being a utility without any of the downsides, like mandated pricing, no monopolies. They want the government handout so they can expand. I got news for you, people. Back in, I think it was 96 when we first put these rules into effect, they were given billions of dollars with the specific purpose to expand into rural areas and get 25 Mbps internet across the entire country, and they didn't do it. They turned around and gave corporate bonuses instead. Do you guys realize that the top 6 people in Comcast together make several $billion a year in income? Well, cry me a river of tears that they don't have enough money. Wah, wah, wah. Why don't you morons just give up a little bit of your revenue so we can get broadband internet across the whole country? And why don't you guys just go online and say, you know what? We were stupid and wrong. We're not going to take any more money. We're going to accept Title II. We're going to put the net neutrality rules right back where they were before Asia shut your pie hole came into office. And then we're going to go ahead and expand. And we're going to give you guys some lower prices because that's what we promised to do. That's what was in the mandated law to do. And we received money to do it. But instead we wasted it buying yachts for our corporate execs. For the love of God, people. Like electricity, broadband is essential to every American. That's why it was Title II. They want the benefits, no responsibilities. I think that's all I'm going to say about that because I'm done with, oh Lord. Well, the Google CEO comes in and tells the staff that China plans are exploratory after backlash. So of course, Dragonfly is the mobile search experiment that they're doing in China, basically producing a search engine that is completely censored for China so they can do business in China again because we can't do business with 1/3 of the world. Let's go ahead and figure out how we can do business with the rest of this 1/3 of the world, really. So that's exactly what they're doing. And it causes a big issue because a bunch of Google employees are saying, well, now that we know how to do this in China, why can't we regulate this, you know? It's a very easy step to make it censored across the whole world. We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing this at all. So that's kind of what's going on here is the employees are kind of like, I mean, I reported on this last week that it's really going on. They're really doing it. They're really working on this. So a bunch of Google employees got mad and just comes out and says, like, we don't, like, we want to do something like, remember that whole don't be evil thing? What's going on here? Why are we creating a censoring Xing? He's like, oh, no, this is just exploratory. Yeah, you liar. You liar. Well, that's my business news. I guess before we go into the final round of comments, don't forget you can help support the channel. Check out SwitchedtoLinux.com/support. You can also pick up mouse pads, t-shirts, coffee cups, things like that at shop.switchedtolinux.com. 3 designs in there right now. We have the basic Switch to Linux shirt right now. We also have the very cute kitty cat. on the shirt right now. And I also have another one in there. If you haven't seen it, it's called Switch to Linux, you fool. And so just a little jokey t-shirt I put in there. So you can check those out at shop.switchetolinux.com. And don't forget to check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/TomM. And if you want to help support the channel, but you don't want to use Patreon, I also have my combined channel, which is called thinklifemedia.com. You can get links for all these in the description down below. All right. De-Googling equals de-YouTubing your phone. Yes, that is correct. And I do not log into YouTube on my phone. My phone is a phone. It is kind of a boring device. It's just a phone. All right, let's see. Mobile browser version of YouTube works just fine. Yep. Come to realization when they're ready, if they aren't provocateurs, that is. Can't wait for Steam Windows games on Linux. You have to pay for Steam games. Most of them, yes. There's actually another one, Noah, GOG, which is... A lot of people like that better than Steam because it's not DRM'd. Got the Level 1 Linux channel. They do a 4-part series on gaming on Linux. The first 2 have been uploaded natively, Wine and Pass-Through. And say, how with the points? I want to continue checking Facebook. Yep. Unable to connect to money on website. Remove ad blockers or we will pay you to pay on this website. Wow. 1, you can play a lot. Otherwise, you can pass through or dual boot. High school I went to has a library. I wasn't a child with a screen addiction. I had a CRT addiction. Didn't get any of my Windows games to work properly through Wine, probably because my PC is weak. I'm racking old hand-me-down CPU and GPU. Yeah. Dermatologist I follow on here that's a vegan and she's absolutely skeletal. How little those kids are. Why do they need a device in the first place? Yeah, it's my thought. We get 70-80% performance with Wine. Yes, your graphics card is too weak. RX 560 would be a great upgrade. Yeah. As a kid in high school, a few of us use Germanic runes for passing notes. 3 years in, the teachers finally got fed up and asked for what and where we learned a secret code. Wouldn't you? I'll write it down for you, but it'll be in my code. Kids might follow it for a bit, but then like you aid the addiction, there it won't matter. Yep. Took him to the library and showed him the encyclopedia where it was. Yeah. Just if a kid hacks a parent's iPad, says you're a criminal, just like Satan did. Heard of Lutris? I'm pretty sure it's my computer having low specs. I'm banned for 30 seconds. Fire, fire, fire. Elon Musk should be Bernie Madoff's cellmate. I don't think I want Elon Musk and Bernie Madoff talking. Only one has 13 Mbp main camera with 16 selfie. That's weird. Merriam-Webster's dictionary and thesaurus on the street, took it home, cleaned it up, and put it on the shelf. Yeah. Stoll should be $1 million, should be imprisoned from the government. Apple is not worth that much. Yep. When is Toss going live? I don't know. Is Toss live, anybody? I'm about wrapping up, so. Already censored Alex Jones. Yes, they did. Great firewall of China's censorship. Yep. Do I have the right to yell fire in a crowded theater? No. So close to the monitor, the curve helps to see more at the same time. Kind of mostly for gaming and videos, not for work. Yeah. Yeah, if there is fire, yes. If there's not fire, no. Still telnet for a few Trade Wars games. There you go. Community's best community in the computer world. Yep. Prison architect. Yeah, they're like Linux. Okay, how do you do something? Well, if you're on like some more snobbier forums, you might get noob and then something too out of the ordinary. Most Linux forums, you'll actually get helpful answers. Ask the same question on an Apple forum. Why would you want to do that? It's like, dude, because I want to. Don't try and tell me how to run my device. See, on a Windows isn't bad either. They'll actually get you some advice too. I don't know. Later, pizza. Alex Jones banned from YouTube. Yeah, pretty much everything else in Silicon Valley too. So leading a simple life helps you not create the addiction life. Yep, that's the thing, you know. Anna Rita's using Linux Mint XFCE, I believe. I don't know. It might be on Cinnamon now. I'm not sure. All right. Well, I think, let's see. No toss. No toss right now, huh? Let me double check. Yeah, I crossed 17,000 subscribers today, so thank you guys very much. Yeah, 17,000. Yeah, well, Toss didn't do anything yesterday either. Wife Cinnamon. Oh, come on, I like my Cinnamon. Toss is missing in action. Uh-oh. All right. No self-discipline for younger people these days. That's right. You seen Joe Collins' new forum, Easy Talk? Seems nice. I have not seen it, no. All right. Well, I think what we're going to do, let's see. I'm going to kill Peppermint on my hopping rig. Replacing it with Mint 19. All right, very cool, very cool. Well, let's go ahead and end this thing like you're supposed to end a stream. So we'll do a final call for comments, and then we're going to end this guy up. So, of course, if you stuck in to the very end and you're never been on the stream before, we have a little tiny ritual, and it's called, oh, kitty, come on, feed the kitty. It's called Feed the Kitty. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. All right. I do need to make an adjustment on the Feed the Kitty monitor, though. There we are. There we go. All right, buddy. You ready? You ready? Let me go a little bit more this way like that. All right. Oh, come on. You know what you need to do. No, it's right there. You know what you need to do. You need to go in there. Go on. Go in there. Go in there. You need to go in there. I'm trying to train this kitty to... Whoa. Sit up on the desk. There you go. There you go. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right there. Here, buddy. Right here. Trying to train him to get his paw in there. Go on. Get your paw in there. Nope. Get your paw in there. He's actually being a little stupid today. Right there. It's right on the edge. It's not in my hand, kitty. Right there. Put your paw in there and figure it out. There you go. That's what I want you to do. Good kitty. And you get your one more, too. Right here. Yeah. That's right, huh? They finger licking good? Yeah, they're finger licking good, aren't they? Yes, they are. Yeah, huh? Yeah. Here you go, bud. All right. Kitty's a happy kitty now. Got a happy cat. All right. Let's see. Any final comments over here? Okay. Wow. There's a bunch more comments jumped on. All right. Okay. Is it possible to have a media server on Linux and pull from it with Windows? Yes. So use Open Media Vault is one that I use, and with Open Media Vault, you set it up, and I'm kind of sideways. There we are. You set up your Open Media Vault, and when you do that, you're basically creating Samba serves and whatever other type. So I have Samba turned on, and I also have an open, what's the name of it? It's the like the open server network that basically allows, it's an open server protocol that allows me to specify media folders. And then, you know, you just go in and on Windows, just go to network, and it should appear right there under your network feeds. And you can grab files, you can grab media, anything like, so you can stream from it on anything. I actually stream movies from on it with all the devices. The Mac, I use VLC. Windows, I think you can do with just Windows Media Player. And Linux, of course, I generally use Kodi on that because Kodi's better. As far as files, yeah, it's just access network, access the file, and just use the username. Mac is a little trickier because you have to specify the username before you go into the files. Otherwise, it tells you you can't access it. So, gotta do that. YouTube channel might help. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. The next thing that's going to be on home cooking hacks, probably, I don't know, it could get done this weekend. Probably closer to next weekend is a better bet. Is going to be the cheese crackers is the next one we have filmed. Forms that'd be rather tell you what you should do instead of answering the actual question, which is very annoying. Yes. Yes. And that's the thing. That's why I don't spend time on forums, because it irritates me. I asked a very specific question. I'd like a very specific answer. You don't want to give me a very specific answer? Don't give an answer at all. Clarifications, sure, we can do that, but... Yeah, CJ is training me for sure. He got stuck on a stupid for a second. Yeah. Girl is watching ya. Hey girl, how you doing? All right. Can't train cats, you adapt them. Yeah. Is YouTube doing this no thumbs on YouTube? I don't know, man. So it's Lineage. What other systems are there for phones? There's Lineage. There's, I forget the name of the one for the Free Software Foundation. Somebody mentioned it earlier. There was Copperhead, but that is dead. What else is there? There's a bunch of other ones that are based on Lineage. You just have to go on the internet and look. Could you do another browser wars? I don't know. I'll think about it. Who gave thumbs down? I don't know. My YouTube bot that thumbs down everything. Trying to connect Debian / Windows 10 PC. Tried a couple SMB config files. Purge. Tried again. Another shot. I'm new to Linux, but love Linux so far. Yeah, I'd have to see what you're doing on that. Modern vintage gamer on the history of Cody. That'd be cool. Yeah, Zach, unfortunately, we are wrapping up. Unfortunately. Sorry, man. Tomorrow I will be streaming. I think Sunday I'm going to be streaming on the Christian channel again because I was not able to do the Thursday this week. So Sunday we're going to stream on the Christian channel. I don't know what time yet. Thursday... or not Thursday, tomorrow we're going to be streaming on motivation. Motivation and time. So, some forums have elitists who live to give useless answers. Someone took time out of their day to tell you to RTFM, LOL, or say you shouldn't want to do that. Yeah. I look sleepy and tired. Yes, I'm sleepy and tired. I will rest approximately 2 a.m. All right. Oh, I'm going to give it like 2 or 3 more minutes. I'm sitting here at 98 total view time hours. We've dropped down a lot of people, though. I'm not sure we're going to get up to 100. We peaked at 74. Oh, we're back up to 54 again. We peaked at 74. We have 99 view time hours. Average view duration of 31 minutes and 11 seconds. 190 playbacks, and as of right now, a chat rate of 6. I don't know if that's 6 per minute or 6 per what. All right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy off. I think 99 is a good clean number. I can round that up to 100, right? Right. All right, guys. We will catch you all later. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow. I'm thinking probably sometime closer to 1 o'clock. I have to hit the post office before it closes at noon, so hopefully 1 o'clock or so. But keep an eye on the channel, and I'll post whenever I know for sure I'm going to be there. So we'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. I put all of the article references on the Switch to Linux site. And check out the Patreon support and the shop links down below. We will catch you guys later.